Erev Shabbat Shalom, everybody. This is Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachum Segal Network. I'm joined in the studio by a whole team of people, and we will slowly work our way. I don't know if you guys can pan the room for those who are watching us today for the first time, but you can actually turn on the Nachum Segal homepage and watch us live as well as listening to us. This is Table for Two with Naomi Nachman. Our show is sponsored by Abeles and Heymann Meats. We taste better. So I'm actually joined in the studio today by Seth Levitt. So hi, Seth. Welcome. I'm going to bring you on early. How you doing?
Very good. Good Erev Shabbos to you, Naomi.
I know. It's crazy. A crazy day. Okay, so a little bit about our show. This is Table for Two, and I'm Naomi Nachman, and I am about all the food all the time. I love food. I love to shop for it, cook it, eat at restaurants, anything food related. I'm a kosher personal chef, and my business is called the Aussie Gourmet. I give cooking classes. I cater for people for Shabbat, Yom Tov, and Pesach, because Pesach is coming up soon. I don't want to talk too much about Pesach and cause a Pesach panic right now. I cater for small parties. Anytime you don't feel like cooking, I'm your gal. I hope that you'll tune in and stick with us every week and hear about my cooking adventures, kosher food traveling, and sharing of great food ideas and recipes each week. But I also want to hear about your experiences as well, so please email me at naomi@nachumsegal.com. You can follow me on Facebook on my fan page, The Aussie Gourmet. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest as well. You can also reach out to me through my website, theaussiegourmet.com, and sign up for my newsletters on the bottom right-hand corner of the home page. Very exciting show today, quick with some food news for me. I'm going to be giving 2 cooking demos next week. One is in Gourmet Emporium, February 26th from 2 to 5 p.m. I usually do morning shows, but we decided we'd shake it up a little and do some afternoon classes. So that will be in Gourmet Market in Borough Park, and then in Cedar Market on the next day for the Teaneck folks and the New Jersey folks. February 27th, again from 2 to 5. So I hope that people will be able to come in. I'm going to do fresh fish recipes, talk about easy dinner recipes, and just give out recipes and samplings, and we'll have a jolly good time. So I hope to see everybody. Hi, Seth. Welcome.
Thank you.
Seth is the owner and president of Abeles and Heymann Meat and the sponsor of our 2014 Table for Two season. So, once again, thank you. I keep thanking him. All my listeners and viewers know that I'm so appreciative of us getting on board together and joining the Nachum Segal Network family. So we thought we would do a really great show today, pairing some of your amazing deli meats with some of Royal Wine's amazing wines from Israel. We're going to have Jay Buchsbaum in a couple of minutes. A lot of our viewers remember, and our listeners remember, from a couple of weeks ago, it was our 1-year anniversary, and we did the show from my house. Seth and I were talking right beforehand, and he said, let's do our giveaway. And I said, thank you very much. And what exactly is going to be in this package, in this giveaway?
We're going to make an assorted box of provisions. You will find, or the lucky winner will find, some salami, serve-a-lot, hot dogs, flavored hot dogs, condiments. Yum,
your condiments are the best. I mean, besides the hot dogs, I'm now obsessed with all the flavored mustards that you have. So thank you for doing that for us. And people, we got so many entrants, and people write really nice notes to us about the anniversary edition and how great your meats are, which is really nice. So thank you, everyone, for taking the time to do that. So we had a bunch of people sending us, and I wrote everybody's name on a ticket, literally. Oh, I dropped one. We're gonna pick that up. You're gonna disappear from sight for a minute. Okay, so I have everybody's name on a ticket. We put it on this plate. I'm mixing them up. So those of you who are watching us on nachumsegal.com, you'll see this is how I do it at home. I literally write everybody's name on a raffle ticket. See? And then I'm going to have Seth pick the winner. Okay, drum roll. Do we have a drum roll? Let's have a drum roll sound. Oh, sorry, I put you guys under pressure. Under pressure here. Under fire. Let's see if we can get a drum roll. And the winner is?
You're not going to believe it. It's my wife.
Really?
No.
Oh, no.
Well, your wife is always the winner.
It's Esty Miller.
Esty Miller. Okay, Esty Miller.
Congratulations.
You have won a box of provisions. I think Esty even lives in the Five Towns.
That's great.
Yeah. So he's going to ship a box out to you. Esty Miller, please email me your address and you will get a box of the delicious Abels and Hyman's provisions. I'm going to toss out.
Esty Miller, your address is 6 Princeton Road, Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Yeah. I guess Jay Buchsbaum, marketing director and super sommelier of Royal Wines, is here with us as well. So thank you for joining us as well. We're very excited to have a very full house. I don't think I've ever had such a big, full studio before, so it's very exciting for us. So let's sample some of these amazing meats in a couple of... All right, let's bring a plate over. Let's just take a look. Okay. Oh, my gosh. This looks amazing. I just want to hold it up to the camera before we start because I want to introduce Jay, give Jay. So the people that can see it, I wish you could all smell it.
It smells delicious.
It's my mouth is watering and I'm going to become fleishig in the morning. Sometimes I don't like to do it, even though we ate lamb chops once, okay? At 9 something in the morning, we're going to be eating salami in the morning. Okay, I had my coffee, now I'm good. Okay, all right. So before we start our pairing, I'd like to introduce Jay Buchsbaum, who is... probably besides Shifra Klein, from Joy of Kosher, who's been on a guest every time that an edition comes out. Jay and I have done, I don't know how many shows together already, but
it's been a lot of fun.
It's been a lot of fun, and we like to talk about food, and we like to drink some great wines, and today is no exception. So I thought, let's have Seth and Jay in together and do some incredible pairings of wines and meats. But why particularly this week? Because it's the Kosher Food and Wine Show this weekend, this Monday. It's really Monday.
Right.
So how's that been going?
Well, first of all, I have to tell you, we are sold out.
Awesome. I think I probably sold a lot of tickets for you.
We are sold out. Unless somebody gives tickets back to the service, you cannot get them online anymore.
Okay, great.
So, I don't know what to tell you except make sure you get there early and bring your appetites and your palates, and we're going to taste a lot of great wines. But today we really have a real special guest. It's the only winery, completely winery from the Golan Heights that's going to be at the show. We have the winemaker and founder with us.
Oh, fantastic.
Yoav Levy.
Okay.
And so,
hi, Yoav.
hi,
welcome.
Morning.
Thank you so much. Boker Tov.
Thank you for being here, Erev Shabbos. You're usually off. It's like your Sunday, isn't it? Friday in Israel is like Sunday, no?
Most of the day we are off.
Yeah.
Most of the day. Well, you're an American, Al, so you'll actually have Sunday off, but you're here on business, so it probably no.
We're not going to give him off Sunday.
No.
Maybe for some shopping.
Yeah,
shopping. Yeah. Yes, Macy's up the road over here. Very nice. Thank you for joining us. So let's get, let's not talk too much because we want to eat and drink. So why don't we start off with Seth? Why don't you tell us what meats you have in front of us? And then Jay will pick some of Yoav's amazing wine that will go together.
Very nice. Okay, so to start us off, I
have some paper plates. I'm sorry to
interrupt. Yes, right here. I actually air dried 3 different types of salami.
Okay, what does air drying mean?
Our salamis come with string, and a lot of our customers like to take the salamis home and hang them up from kitchen cabinet in their kitchen and let them dry out anywhere from a week to 3 or 4 weeks, depending on...
When I had the show at home, the anniversary show, and I gave people a tour of my kitchen because they wanted to see what goes on at Naomi Nachman's kitchen. Everybody saw my Abels and Hyman salami hanging, serve-a-lot, hanging from the kitchen cabinet.
Right. One of the benefits of drying out a salami is that it allows the moisture to evaporate and it brings out the flavor of the spices that are used in the production of the product.
It's like making a reduction in sauce when
exactly,
you cook.
And it just enhances the flavor. We use domestic spices. We don't use extracts. So you don't get that bitter taste. You get a very mild yet spiced product. And for the show, I prepared our regular beef salami, a garlic salami.
Oh, I love that.
And our serve-a-lot, which is the equivalent of a summer sausage. We had discussed serve-a-lot. Serve-a-lot has its roots in Europe.
Yeah, let's talk about that for the people who hadn't seen our Gourmet Glatt show.
Right.
When we had a show in Gourmet Glatt live on location. And we spoke a lot about the serve-a-lot, but for the people who missed that, let's talk about serve-a-lot.
Serve-a-lot is a Swiss item, actually, with a French name.
I thought it'd be German, you know.
Well, there are a number of Yeki customers, German customers, that will call it by its German name, which is Rollwurst.
Ah.
And the definition of Rollwurst is raw meat, and Servelat is a unique sausage in that it's cold smoked as opposed to hot smoked. And we obviously use different cuts of meat as well as a different spice profile. And you get a unique, smoky flavored sausage that's really just to die for.
I never had Servelat till I met you, and like, there's never not one hanging in my house. I should have told you to bring some more.
I did.
Oh, good. Oh, thank you. Okay. All right, so let's try some. Okay, Jay, let's
Seth,
try.
I have to tell you,
Go ahead.
last time we were together, you gave me a Servelat to take home.
Yeah, at our
I
show,
hung
right?
it for a day.
That's it.
Wait. And then I put it in the refrigerator for about 2 weeks.
Continued to dry in the refrigerator.
And I am telling you, I brought it to Kiddush for the Hashkama Minyan, and I thought, we had, 15 people. It was the first thing to go, just like that. It was amazing stuff.
Everybody loves dry
It's really
sausage,
great.
yeah.
But what I'm excited about, and I'm glad Yoav is here to talk about it, is, and we talked about this the other night, we want people to drink wine on a more regular basis. It doesn't have to be for a special occasion. So if you're going to have a salami sandwich or a Servelat sandwich, why not enjoy a great glass of wine? So
Absolutely,
the first
absolutely.
wine, I don't know if you want to taste this, guys.
I'm gonna try everything. I'm gonna taste, and then we're gonna, as they say
Go.
politely.
This is the first wine is Yoav's Merlot,
Oh, it smells amazing.
and I'm
Very
going to ask Yoav.
Can I have a white cup? That's going to be my spit cup. I know it sounds gross, but that's what you do
No,
at
that's
a
what you're
wine
supposed to
show.
do, sure.
That's what we're. If you would like.
I'm going to ask
one.
Yoav to talk a little bit
You might need
about
to drive home.
this Merlot.
First of all, L'chaim.
L'chaim. Okay, l'chaim.
Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Again, we can't all drink at once, so they'll drink. See what? Do you hear and see what Jay's doing? Jay is making a sucking sound. We are not being gross. It's he's aerating the wine in his palate. See, look
Right.
how much I've learnt from
Man,
you.
oh man. I got to watch out for my job.
Oh no, Chas v'shalom. It's all yours. I accompany you. Okay,
hear you.
I'm going to try it now too while you explain.
Anyway,
Yoav?
it's not the right glass to drink the wine, and it will be much, much, much better flavors and smell in better glass. But we are here in the
Studio.
studio.
Yeah, we ran out of glasses. You need to bring us the supply from
You
the
got
Kosher
it.
Food and
Bye,
Wine
next
Show.
time.
But at home, I really recommend you to drink the white wine in the white glass. And each kind of wine, there is a special glass to drink, and you will see that if you are drinking the same wine in different glasses, you will feel different flavors.
Jay, that's another show for us.
There you go.
Thank you, Yoav. That's
Thank
great.
you.
Okay.
We're going to get someone to bring stemware and wines, and we're going to do a whole show.
I actually have a whole collection of wine glasses for that very
There's
reason.
our Pesach show. Stick around. We're going to
Pinot
make a
Noirs
plan.
in red wine glasses. I mean, Yoav alluded to it, but red wine glasses are a certain size and type.
Right.
But there are a whole array of even red wine glasses. And Pinot Noir tastes different than Cabernet in a different glass.
Oh my God, I had no idea. I have seen different glasses. I knew there were the red wine glass and white wine glasses, but I thought they were
And
just
champagne,
being
flute.
cutesy. I thought they were being cutesy. Okay, we're going to do a whole show on that.
You got it.
I love it. For Pesach. Okay, so
So
let's...
tell us about this.
First of all,
Bronze.
we located in the Golan Heights, in the north of the country, and we are living in an amazing area.
Very green, right?
Not this year. This year we are completely dry. This is a drier winter
Even with
ever.
the snow? Even with the snow that
we
they
have,
had?
we have 1 week heavy snow, but since then it's completely dry, and we are in a very, very, very bad situation. All the agriculture, but if it will remain the same, I think that we are going to have the best grapes ever in the Golan, because the vineyard really don't like water in the
Interesting.
ground. Yeah. And if it's, I pray that we will be had in the future much, much, much rain in the country, because we have, as far as you know, we have only one lake in Israel.
Right. I heard the Kinneret water
Yeah.
went up from all the snow. Was that a bit of a Bubameister?
Yeah, maybe it Burmeister, but it's we are in a big problem. But if it will stay the same, we are going to have amazing harvest.
Okay.
Yoav, tell us how much time is spent in oak.
We are making mainly Cabernet Sauvignon, and we are making a little bit Merlot. This is only two kind of wine that we are making, and we are making two level of quality, the regular one and the reserve. And the regular wine, the wine that we are making from the north of our area, we keep it in a barrel for about 8 months.
8 months in the oak barrel.
In oak barrels. And the reserve that we are going to drink later on, we keep it for about...
Let's pour that.
Wait. So what have we got here? Because I want to prepare this now. We actually haven't eaten our delicious.
What's the first
what meat?
food?
The mildest.
The mildest
would be the salami.
Okay, so
salami.
should
So
we pass that
let's
out?
get us. Yeah, sure.
I'm
into it.
Okay, so we're going to pass this around. I'm going to take, and we're just going to...
Oh, and I've got a great announcement to make.
Okay, let's hear it, Jay. What have we got?
Mazal tov.
Yesterday, on Thursday, 2 days ago, on Wednesday, my daughter had a baby boy.
Oh, Mazel Tov. Oh, beautiful. So really, it's a very nice l'chaim that we can celebrate. Oh, beautiful. That's so nice. We love hearing about smachot. Okay. So has everybody got? And we're going to... What I recommend and what Jay and I recommend to people over the years, and we've done the wine show, whether it's salami or cheese, take a bite of the food, swallow the food, then right away have a swig of the wine, right? Okay, so we're going to try. What is this?
This is
Seth?
salami. This is our regular all beef salami without any fillers.
But it's been air dried.
It's been air dried.
Okay, all right, here we go. Do we want it with mustard? We don't want it with mustard.
The mustard could enhance the flavor. It's a very spicy mustard.
Okay, so I will not. I love the Abel's and Heinen's mustard.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just holding it up. Okay.
This is natural. Then you can feel exactly all the flavors.
Right. Delicious.
Really.
And you know what? I
Very
love
nice.
this combination. Here's a great example. You don't have to wait for a steak, You can go home, have Seth's, Abel's and Hyman's, salami, whether it's in a sandwich or it's in a platter, and drink some great Zalat HaGolan Merlot.
It's an excellent pairing.
This is outstanding.
Perfect. I mean,
I've never really done just plain deli with wine. It's magnificent.
Really goes
Really
well.
lovely. I can't wait to get into the stronger salamis and the stronger wines. That would be like amazing.
Well, Abel's and Hyman isn't the standard deli that you would find in the supermarket. It's really a step above what the other producers are producing. Like I said before, we don't use extracts. We use spices. Our salamis have no fillers.
And if you look at the salamis, and I'm going to just bring it up a little bit to the screen for the people who are watching, you can watch us on the Nachum Siegel Net on YouTube. Nachum has his own channel, Nachum Siegel Net. You can find all our shows, and you can watch now from the homepage Friday morning. Okay, sorry guys, I didn't offer my engineers. Here, take salami. I have Jason Hagler and ZK in here engineering us today. That it's not like white. There's no white spots. Now, that usually means fat fillers.
Well, fat is actually good for the product as well.
Right, but junk. But
we've talked about this. Fat is really good.
Right, but not so much fat. It's the right
That's
balance.
true. Yeah, I guess
It's
so.
not used as a filler, the fat. It's used to enhance. And I think that's the difference between you and other deli meats.
Correct. And I mean, we've been around, this is the 60th year that we're in business, and our recipes come from Europe. We know what we're doing. We've perfected the manufacturing of the perfect kosher salami.
When I was out, I came to New Jersey to the where is it near?
Hillside.
Hillside.
Right.
I came out to the factory to see how everything's made, so I can get a full experience of Abel's and Hyman. And I saw like real pieces of roast go into the food, into the big choppers to make the food here. It's not, junk and fillers. It looks like something I would make at home for Shabbos.
We search out the leanest cuts of meat that we can find for our lean meat, and even our trimmings are relatively lean with respect to what the other companies use. And again, you really just you ultimately end up with the perfect product,
right? And
it's consistent
you can
time
see
and time
it.
again.
It's unbelievable, really delicious. Did the guys at the back, Asaf, Joshua, did you get the meats? Have you had meats? Don't be shy here, okay? Everyone's got to partake. Engineers? Okay, this is eating for everybody. Okay, so let's move along.
We just sent you over the Reserve Merlot.
Okay, so that's the one that's been aged longer in the oak.
Well, why
That's
don't you
right.
tell us about it?
That's right.
I'm paying
It-
attention.
yeah?
I'm not drunk yet.
Ah, you're a good student.
I learned from the best. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah,
You're
for
welcome.
sure. Anyway, the reserve that we are producing, we have few different in the process. First of all, the grapes they are much better, and we make a selection. We pick up the grapes by hands, and we make a selection, and we are taking only the highest quality of grapes to produce the reserve, and the other changes is that we are keeping the wine in the barrels for about 20 months.
Okay, so it's almost triple from the regular.
8 and 20, yeah. 8 the regular and 20 the
Okay,
reserve.
that's almost
2.5 times.
2.5 times.
2.5 time. And of course, it affects the flavor, the color.
Richer, right? Richer.
What I find, if I just want to, reemphasize, what I find interesting is it's from the same vineyard,
With the same vineyard, yeah.
but it's interesting to note that even in the same vineyard, you can separate a whole nother quality level of clusters from the same vineyard just simply by going through it and picking it by hand
Okay,
yourself.
is that are they literally next to each other? One bunch, one reserve bunch, regular bunch. How do you distinguish? How are we distinguishing?
I'm telling you, the point is that all the vineyard belong to me.
Okay.
And
So cool.
Yeah, and we know
I'm so jealous.
you can come.
I know.
Yeah, but she still won't own it. Are you giving her the vineyards? Is that what you're saying? I mean,
No,
knows?
I want to
Who
come and have a look.
knows?
Okay, we'll be great friends.
We are,
Okay.
Really.
we are good fellow anyway. But we know every row. We don't know the vineyard. We know every row, and we know part of the row. We know exactly the quality that we are getting every year, and we are taking care about the quality of the grapes. And this is the secret of our successful. Because if you have your own vineyard, and if you take care about the quality of the grapes, you must to get a very, very high quality of wine. And this is the secret.
How did you become a winemaker? Was that your father? Your son is a winemaker with you. Did your father teach you this? You learnt on your own?
No. My father, he's live in the city, and he like to drink whiskey and
He's the opposite.
and arak. And I live in the Golan since 1985. And when I come up to the Golan, they give me something like 100 chicken, and they plant the chicken.
Chicken?
Yeah,
like
chicken,
off,
chicken,
off,
yeah, off chicken.
Okay.
And they
like
plant,
muck, muck.
and they plant them 1 meter, one above the other, and they are all dead. So you realize how stupid it was in the beginning. But it started by mistake, a good mistake,
A
very
good
good
mistake,
mistake.
Baruch
Yeah, very
Hashem.
good mistake. We have amazing vineyard in our area, and we sell it mainly to the Golan Heights Winery. And we are making, when we were young, we make a lot of barbecue. So we asked to drink something
Of course.
nearby. So I tried to produce the wine, and it was undrinkable in the beginning. You cannot smell it even. And
Never.
then I gave up about my proud, and I jumped to the Golan Heights Winery, to the chief of the winemaker. His name Victor Schenfeld. And I asked him what to do. He gave me all the ingredients, and he gave me all the instruction what to do. And I add yeast into the grapes. In the
Yeast?
Yeast, yeah.
Really? Oh,
You must to.
wait.
Yeah.
I'm completely learning something new. You put yeast in wine.
Not
with
yeast
grape-
of bread or
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
different yeast.
Yeah, I
It's yeast
understand.
that actually its origins come from grapes
Yeah, it
or
comes from
grape
grapes.
skins.
Which is it's basically a fermentation.
Right, a fermentation medium.
Okay, great, good.
So I add the yeast, and I come day after, and all the flow was floating by wine. Because when you add yeast, the fermentation go much faster. So most of the liquid jumped out. So you realize how it started, and then become better and better every year. And a friend of mine asked to buy a case a few years later, and he sent his son to pick up the box. And he get the box, and after about 4 months, he called me and said that he want to buy 10 cases.
Oh, you
It's-
must
it's-
have been
it-
dancing.
It's something like Jay will order for me right now 40,000 bottles. This is the average. So I was really exciting, and I decided without any cash flow, no business plan, nothing, only by hitch, that I'm going to have a wonderful business. And we create my winery, and the name is Bazelet. And Bazelet is basalt, a volcanic stone.
Basalt, BASALT in English.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So in all the vineyard are planting on basalt soil in the Golan. and this is the name. And we add the word Golan, and the idea was that people would be confused between us and the Golan Heights Winery. Bazelet Golan, Golan Heights Winery, maybe it sounds similar, and they will be confused and they will buy from us and not from them. that was the idea. That's how it started. And in those days, it was in 1998, we produced 2,000 bottles a year. And right now we are...
Less than 200 cases.
Yeah, I know. That does not sound like a lot.
No, right now we are producing 80,000 bottles a year.
Fantastic.
And in
7,000
in
cases.
2004, it became a kosher winery. A lot because of this gentleman. He came to visit me, and he asked me if it's a kosher or not. I told him, no chance. It will not be a kosher. No way.
We're glad you changed your mind.
Yeah, I changed mine. And as Israeli guys, that we are not religious. I am telling you, there is God.
Okay.
It's blessed by place for sure. We are not working anymore in Saturday and holidays, and it wasn't like this in the past.
Okay.
And it's
One day we're going to get him to stop eating all that treif stuff, you know?
who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
See? Isn't that nice?
Emunah.
Emunah,
That's what we're all about all the time.
Yeah, and we're optimists.
Fantastic.
And we are. It's wonderful to the family that you are not working on Friday and Saturday and holidays. And since those days, we try to get a medal, and we go to a competition even before. But the first medal that we ever get, it was in the wine of 2004. That is the first vintage,
First
of kosher wine. And since then, we are producing much more. We are right now 80,000 bottles a year, and we have a lot of medal, double gold. And
Where are these competitions? In Europe, Israel?
in Europe, America, Argentina, Israel.
So an
I have
award-winning
to tell
wine
you-
that happens to be kosher, right?
I have to tell you
Amazing.
that many years ago, the first Israeli wine to go on a non-kosher fish restaurant called Legal Seafood, which they're most famous for, and I don't know if I remember I told you about this.
I know.
I presented it. The wine, the guy who chooses the wine is a master of wine, one of the few in America, and their favorite dish is all kinds of shellfish and non-kosher for sure.
Okay.
And one of only two wines went on that list: his Cabernet and Eli Ben Zaken's Castell's Chardonnay.
You've brought that in.
Yes, and I brought that in before too.
Wait,
So,
are these all red?
well, these are all red. Yeah.
You only do red?
We start,
now, yes.
Yeah, right now. But
We
in
want
Israel, we are making a little bit Chardonnay, but the amount is so low, so we are not
Okay.
export it. But we are really happy.
I'll
with-
come to you to drink it. Don't worry.
You must to come. And I want to tell to the people that listening to us that I think that they must to drink made in Israel.
Yeah, I agree. Made in Israel. I'm all about it all the time.
Because we are there, we are really happy that we are living in Israel, and I think that the terroir, the quality of the grapes that we are getting in Israel is amazing.
I haven't had this one
Yeah,
yet.
I was saying,
Yeah,
amazing.
So you
Jay,
must-
slow down, man. Slow
Jump in the
down.
gun.
Jump
Oh,
in the
sorry.
gun. It's okay because I'll
Sorry.
lose track of everything.
Sorry.
Okay, so Yoav, that's amazing. It's really we heard so much about your winery and the history of your winery. It's unbelievable, and how the wine is made. So let's switch a little bit back to our next cut of meat, which we're going to have the second one that you poured. We're not.
Yeah,
we're going to
that
put the
one.
third one
The
on hold.
reserve, the
So
reserve.
what are we having now? What are we passing around now?
So this you said was aged in oak barrels for about 20 months.
20 months, exactly.
And that enhances the flavor, and that it's sort of like
No, the grapes are much better,
the grapes are better.
and the barrels give the wine different color, different flavors, little bit smoke, little bit taste of vanilla, and you will see by your
wanna-
tongue and by
So
your
I would
nose.
recommend
Yeah,
that you try
let's-
the servelat with
Okay,
that,
the
because the
servelat.
servelat is
Okay,
a smoked
great.
sausage.
But
Okay.
we're going to get to the Cabernets.
Is this one?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take a servelat. Okay, I'm going to try my servelat with this second wine. This is the reserve. Nachon? Check out the Hebrew.
Chaim,
I love servelat.
you can pass it by your hand. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah,
I cut it by hand, so.
it's more than right.
Okay.
We are from Israel.
Okay, so the servelat you'll find is also very, very
Oh my God. This
smoky.
and this together, you're going to love it.
Okay, so which should I do first? The servelat?
Yeah, eat the
Okay.
servelat. Chew it up. Swallow.
The best servelat in Israel
Yeah.
is from the same factory, correct?
From my partner company.
Yeah, from Yechiam. I recommend you to eat it very thin. You say?
Yes.
Very, very thin. It's completely different taste.
Yes.
And you can eat it by your hand with no bread, nothing. Glass of wine, you serve it in your hands. Almost perfect.
Yes.
Okay, pass it around to our engineers and our guys
is
over
really
there.
nice.
This is beautiful
wine is
combination.
Thank you.
I want to try the wine without the. Have you guys got? There you go. Jason and ZK. Oh, ZK's come back for another. Okay. This is lovely. This is really magnificent, this reserve. I'm not the biggest red wine drinker, and this is the pairing of this is magnificent. Wow, thank you.
And you'll find that our spices are very subtle. We're not masking anything. We're not trying to hide anything. You know, we want the flavor of the meat to come out as well, which is very important for serve-a-lot. You want to taste the meat. You'd like to spice it a little, but sometimes when you spice it too much,
Yeah, I find that. As much as
you're masking something. You're masking other ingredients that you're putting in.
I like-
so you'll find that our
yeah.
flavor profile is very mild compared to other companies in the same industry.
But this is great. The Serve-A-Lot is so rich tasting and has all those hints of different, things going on.
Smoke,
The smoke,
the sugar, the
It's
garlic, white pepper.
it's unbelievable. And the best way to eat it is hang it for a couple of days. I actually hung one for about 2.5 weeks. It was
That's
even better
perfect, yeah.
than the one I hung for 1 week because it's reduced down a little bit more, making so much more flavor.
And I'm sorry, and similar to the wine, where you said that you select grapes specifically for your wine. We do the same with our Serve-A-Lot. We use
the
only
meat.
with our meat. We use only specific cuts of meat, very lean cuts, because you really want to get that flavor, and it's a nice pairing.
Very nice.
Okay.
I like it.
It's nice, right? It's something, I don't know if you've had American. Do you find a difference between American and Israeli?
No, I think that it's the same quality, very, very high quality of Serve-A-Lot, and I like to eat cold meat. So, and as you can see, I'm not a small guy. So we are living to eat. We are not eating to live. So
A man after my own heart.
yeah, and we really like, and most of the time we are looking after a restaurant to have here in New York or in other parts of the world, and to drink a good wine. And because we are saying you die once, but you live every day. So,
I love that expression. That's a good one. Okay.
you have to live.
Say that in Hebrew?
כן, of course, בטח. אתה מת פעם אחת, אתה חי כל יום.
Beautiful. It sounds better in Hebrew.
And you have to enjoy your life and to be happy and to be kindness and
drink good wine.
and to be good.
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to move on. You already poured our third wine.
Right.
We're going to pair that with our third cut of meat over here.
The third cut is a salami. We call it a garlic stick salami. And what we've done is we've infused the product with extra garlic for the consumer that likes that heavy garlic flavor. It's somewhat more spicy than a regular salami because there is a clientele out there that does wish to have products that are a little spicier. But it's not overwhelming.
Is my mouth going to be on fire?
Your mouth will not be
Okay,
on fire
because
because we're not putting red pepper in here.
Okay, I had your Chipotle
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. They're a little bit too spicy. My daughter, who likes spicy, love them.
Right.
But this, I have to,
Yep,
I kind of my lips and tongue.
I didn't bring anything too spicy
because
today.
I have to talk the rest of the show
Right.
out. So okay, so we're going
What I
to.
wanted to suggest, if I may,
Is that this one? Can I
that with
just-
the last one, since it's 3, and this is the richest, because of the garlic and so on, that we taste 2 wines and see which one gets, and they're both Cabernets. So this is the second. I'm sorry. You already got this one.
I'm taking 2
This
pieces.
is-
Yeah.
This is the reserve.
Small one.
Yeah. Thank you.
This is the reserve.
We call it cabanos, no?
Yes, actually.
So what my idea is, we've talked about this many times. My idea is,
Is this one wine that you're pouring for?
this is the third and fourth that you're going to be taking.
Okay, so that's
side
my
by
third, and I
side.
think that's my fourth.
Exactly.
I'm going to even write it down 3 and 4. My pen doesn't work. Okay.
And I mean, I'm not sure. I'm hopeful that they'll both taste good with this, but you can decide for yourself which one tastes better. One is certainly richer than the other, and if Yoav doesn't mind, you could tell us about the 2 wines.
Yes, of course.
I'm going to eat while you talk.
You're most welcome. Better one. Anyway, this is Cabernet Sauvignon. We are producing, most of our production is Cabernet Sauvignon. about 80% of our production, and we export 25% of it to America. And it's amazing wine. I'm sorry that I'm so tzanua. How do you say tzanua?
Modest.
Yeah, but the pH
Just like Moshe Rabbeinu, really.
yeah. no,
Lahavdil.
no, yeah, but I want to see the wine. And the pH is very, very high. It's much higher than regular wine. It's around 3.7. Regular Cabernet Sauvignon is around 3.5
Why is it higher?
because I'm producing what I really like to drink and to eat. And that's how it starts, and we remain the same. The alcohol is amazing number. Do you mind to read the alcohol?
Not at all.
From the label in the front.
This is really amazing wine. I like this one the best.
It's a 15.8 alcohol.
It's 15. It's 15 point natural. It's very, very high. The most wineries in Europe, they cannot reach it, even not in California. And you need a very, very unique terroir, very, very unique area and temperature.
Let's, Jay, just jump in here for me
Yeah, I
too.
want-
We've spoken about it. Anyone that's has not done a show with us before, our listeners might not know what the terroir is.
Terroir is
terroir.
terroir. The simplest way to explain it is the taste of the place. So that includes the weather. It includes the earth that it grows in.
The environment.
The environment. The winds. All the things that go in to that place, that environment, is what the terroir means. And what I can't get over, especially about Yoav's wine, is that although it's a high alcohol content wine, many wineries that attempt to make high alcohol wines, you can actually smell and taste the alcohol. It's the dominant feature. In Yoav's wine, it doesn't taste like it's 15.8. It tastes like it's 13.3, 13.5, in a much more lower regular range, if you will.
Just make you happy.
But
Yeah.
it's just because I think the fruit is so much more rich, and the acidity, which means it's a higher pH, so it's it's a slightly lower acidity, so it's a smoother, kind of more inviting, more accessible wine, and it does not have that alcohol that jumps out at you, and I think it's quite an impressive feat.
I want to add another thing about terroir, and you guys will love it.
Go ahead.
And I will tell you why.
Okay, we're
If
ready.
you are saying terroir in Hebrew, what affects the quality of the grapes? It's Adam,
Yeah.
the man,
Yeah.
and Adama, land. And if you are writing Adam and Adama in Hebrew, the only change is one age.
Yeah, the hay. Hashem.
I love it.
Okay, fantastic.
I told you that
I'm telling you,
Dvar
by the
Torah,
time he
people.
leaves, he's going to be completely from
I know.
Shachor. He's going to be completely
Oh,
brown.
he'll go home with a hat. Oh, yo,
I'm
yo.
telling you, you're going to have payas behind his ears.
Oh, gewalt.
Unbelievable.
Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem.
What about another thing that I really like? But believe it for now. Anyway, this is the terroir, and the taste of the wine is different, because when we are going to a competition in Israel, most of the judges, the people that are getting the point to the wine, they are winemaker from another wineries. And if in front of them there is 20 glasses, for example, they will say immediately, after they will taste my wine, this is Bazelet.
They know instantly the
They
taste.
know, because we are completely different from another wineries. The flavor, the alcohol, the pH, the color is different. There is a better wine that I am producing in Israel, for sure. There is less quality, but they recognize my wine immediately.
Distinctness.
Yeah.
Distinctness. And I think that's what this wine is. And I am not, Jay and I, we've had many shows together. We talk a lot about white wine. But it's nice to know that, you've converted somebody who's not such a red wine drinker. I love this wine. This is amazing. It's different. I don't find it so dry and acidy like some of the wines that,
Yeah, that hold your mouth.
that hold my mouth. I don't
So-
want it to hold my mouth. I want it to be smooth and
So there is a life before you meet me, and there is a life after. So
there you go. Well, this is really if you're not from the red wine drinkers, you'll be converted after this, because that was really beautiful.
And everybody should be aware that Yoav and Asaf, his son, are going to be at the KFWE on Monday,
Okay,
this
can we
coming
get a
Monday.
camera on Asaf? Here, fix your hair now.
And as much as we've kind of had a personal conversation here between us and kind of a personal conversation with your listenership and your watchership, or whatever you want to call them. Viewers, right? You can actually, you're going to, those who are going to be there will be able to talk to Yoav and Asaf personally. So
I love the Kosher Food and Wine Show. About 4 or 5 years ago was my first one. I have a collection of glasses from each year. Every night, I shouldn't say this maybe on air, but every night I literally have a glass of wine. I have a selection of reds, a selection of whites, and I really like to pair up my dinner with wine. My dad was a wine importer to Australia in the 1980s. So, red or white wines, he's a big red wine drinker, made its way onto our table. My parents let me have a little sip. So I definitely appreciate good wine with good food. And now I get to meet in America, and since I've been doing Table for Two and learning from Jay, but also coming to the Kosher Food and Wine Show, you get to meet everybody up close and personally.
Right.
And especially, not only is there food, let's maybe spend a minute or two talking about the restaurants. And of course, Seth is going to be there for the first time this year.
I have to tell you, I keep getting back to this, and Seth, this is to Seth's point, that he's been very clear about, and I've talked about it in wine, but it's so true in food as well, and that is, raw material, raw material, raw material. If you start out with great grapes, you can make a great wine. You could screw it up. You can make a bad wine, but you can't make great wine if you start out with poor grapes. And Seth has been so clear when you taste his product, when you taste Abelson Hyman, and you taste every single one of his products, and he talks about this incessantly, that he starts out with raw materials that are just of the highest quality. And that really is what differentiates Abelson Hyman and Yoav's Pezelet HaGolan wines from everybody else's sausages and everybody else's wines. You really need to start with the right raw materials and then get the right sausage makers to,
They've set
and
the
of course,
bar high.
as Yoav said, I didn't say it, God above, he's the final, he's the final decisor.
He controls the climate, he controls everything.
It all in the end.
But I think, even with a salad dressing, right? Something simple and easy. If you don't use good vinegar and you don't use good oil, you're going to get a yucky salad. Simple. Just simple. You have to have good quality grapes, and the terroirs definitely, affect the quality of the wine. But when you use the best of everything, you're going to get the best food. So, tell me more which restaurants are going to be there.
Oh, gosh. Well, Seth is going to be there.
Okay.
The new Prime, all the Primes are going to be there.
Good. The Prime Grill, Prime KO, and the Bentley.
Right.
Which I have not gone to. I've never been to the Bentley.
Oh, I haven't either.
Okay.
And I want to be there. I want to be there for that. You have so many of the other restaurants that were there last year.
Is Pardes going to be there?
Pardes is going to be there. I believe ETC is going to be there. I believe
from Teaneck. Yep.
Oh gosh.
I put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did. I just don't have the list in front of me this year.
Joshua, do you know who's going to be there?
I'll get back to you in.
He's going to check up.
Josh is going to straighten my, He's
going to help us find out who's going to be there, because part of the kosher food,
I think Pomegranate is going to be
wine
there
experience
as well.
is the food. People, as much as we love wine, people also love food.
It's so funny that you say that, because the cost of a ticket is $125.
Right, but most people try to get with coupons.
Yeah, but I want to tell you, at $125, tasting between 200 and 300 wines, eating food from a myriad of restaurants, between 25 and 30 restaurants at least.
Yeah.
It's like such a bargain. It's ridiculous.
Bargain. Yeah.
Right. It's ridiculous. And
to meet us.
There you go. And then to get and as Naomi said, to get up front and personal with literally these celebrity winemakers and wine owners. It's just an amazing opportunity.
You know what I had for the last year, and I hope they're going to be there this year, the Drapier wines, champagne.
Not only are they going to be there, but this year, just let everybody know.
I'm holding on to my
Monday,
seat. Yeah.
For the first time in, I can't remember when, you're going to have a slew of French winemakers going to be there.
Oh, nice.
Including people from Rothschild. And these are the same people that make some of the most expensive non-kosher Rothschild wines in the world are coming to this kosher event.
Fantastic.
Because they recognize, the community and the crowd and how important better wines are to them.
And it's a little different this year because it's gotten so big. They've actually got the yacht
Oh,
I
you
think
heard
that's
about
cool.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's,
That's
on
really
your
cool.
on your website. I think that's
right.
really cool.
It's gotten so big. We're going to have close to 2,000 people, if not more. And
Wow.
in order to take some pressure off the main hall, there's a yacht that is going to be hooked up to the back of the pier, and it's going to have all the desserts.
It's
on the
stationary yacht. You're
Stationary,
not going away to New Jersey
right?
on
And
this
there's
yacht.
going to be a
You're
covered
staying-
area, so in case it snows, you can get right on. And there's going to be a living room area so that people can relax for the first time
Oh,
in
yeah,
years.
there's no place to sit really.
Now there's going to be places to sit for about a couple of hundred people.
That's nice. I'm always in my high heels. My feet are always killing me.
Yeah, I end up sometimes just putting my back up against the wall.
Yeah, it's a
But,
very intense night
It's going
for
to be
you.
amazing.
Okay, it always is, and there's always the best everybody there. And I know Jamie Geller flies in from Israel for it, and
That's right.
a lot of other food celebrities are going to be there as well. So and I know Yosef Silva, who has a gigantic food blog, This American Bite. He's flying in from Kansas City. Like literally, all the foodies from all over the United States fly in for this. I believe you also do it in California.
Yes, we have 2 days later on Wednesday. It's going to be in California.
Are you going there for that?
I'm depending on when and if the bris, when the bris happens.
Right, 'cause the
we'll
baby.
see what happens.
Oh,
But
that's
yeah,
so nice. I'm happy to go in your
scheduled to be
place.
there.
I'll
Okay.
go. I'll go. I love the wines out there in California. I love California wines almost as much as I love the Israeli wines.
Be careful.
Okay, I'm careful. Don't worry. I'm a Tzioni at heart, but ain't Kiva girl.
We're excited about participating this year
Yeah. What
because
can we expect at the Abels and Hyman booth?
we will be introducing a whole new line. For almost 60 years, we've had customers request a line of hors d'oeuvres,
Oh, that's great.
and we decided that the time was right. We found the perfect puff pastry dough, and we paired it to our hot dogs, and we're going to be launching a line right after Pesach of a 12-count Frankfurter in a blanket, a 40-count Frankfurter in a blanket, and an assorted box of hors d'oeuvres that will include a spicy beef turnover. We were creating the ground beef for that, as well as spinach.
Everything from scratch.
Everything
you
from
guys.
scratch, right.
That's
Spinach
the way to do it.
Spinach and potato puffs and garlic potato puffs. So
Oh,
we're
yeah.
going to have an assortment of hors d'oeuvres, and the consumers are finally going to be able to get what they've asked for, which is Abels and Hyman in a pig in a blanket.
Pig in a blanket.
a kosher pig in a blanket.
You know what's so fabulous about you? That you listen to the people.
It
You
took 60
listen.
years.
It took 60 years. But, you've been in the company now for like
Almost, 17 years now.
17 years, and
Yeah.
you listen to what people want. You've grown this company. This is your baby.
Right.
Just like your winery is your baby.
Yeah, my dream, really.
Yeah. It's fabulous. I love to talk about food and being a personal chef. That's my dream. And I was writing an article for someone about, how my business came to be, and I said, if you can do your business and your hobby becomes your business, you are so blessed.
Yeah,
And I
for
really
sure.
consider myself blessed. I get to talk about wine and food all day. And I get to cook wine and food all day with wine and food all day. So it's really wonderful. Are we going to be having samples of some of this food?
Yes, we have a sample batch that we created, and we will be serving the hot dogs in puff pastry, as well as the other assorted products. And we're looking forward to getting customer feedback and consumer feedback at the show. And right after Pesach, we intend on launching the entire line.
Why don't we have you in here with some of the samples when it's ready to launch, and you will talk and we'll taste and we'll share with everybody, and they'll be able to watch for the viewers that can watch, and everyone else can listen. We can talk about everything.
Yeah, we'd be very happy. I'd be very happy to come back in.
Okay, great. So let's use that as our segue for our What's for Dinner segment, which is sponsored by our friends at Gourmet Glatt, who carry your amazing line of products. Seth when I first met Seth out in his
Factory.
In the factory. It's been a long morning. So we were talking about Pesach recipes for hot dogs, and I'm thinking it's so great that you actually can make your product ready for Pesach, and it's nice for the Chol Hamoed meals, and it's even nice to make a stew for Pesach with some of your recipes. I'm going to post some of the stuff I've been writing on my blog for Abels and Hyman, but we thought we would write a special recipe for Pesach, which we're going to have cards at the
Kosher Food
at
and
the
Wine
Kosher
Show.
Food and Wine Show. I called it Hush Puppy Patties. So basically, like, boil some potatoes, and then I add some mayonnaise and some potato starch. Just hold it together. Some eggs, of course, salt, and I once the potatoes are soft, I add in all the ingredients. I mash it, and it mashes up really easy when you use russet potatoes or Idaho potatoes. And then I take an ice cream scoop, and then I take a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. I scoop the potato mixture onto the parchment paper. And then I take slices of, and you can really use whatever you want. The first thing when I first came up with the recipe, I use your garlic sticks hot dogs. So I slice them up like penny slices, and I put them inside the center of each potato scoop. Then I brushed it with some beaten egg, and then I baked it for like 350 for like 40 minutes. And it looked like a potato knish, but it had a potato in the hot dog in the middle. So I thought a hush puppy patty, and it's great for Pesach.
Yes.
It's an appetizer. You can make some spicy mayo. You take a little bit of mayo, some cayenne pepper. You can get, I know they bring it in from Israel, some sweet chili sauce. You can add some sweet chili sauce. Kosher Pesach sweet chili sauce. I know.
Oh my gosh, I am watering.
What don't we have
Think
now
about
from Israel?
that with a glass of his wine, baby. I'm there.
And it's a great appetizer. Maybe you could do 2 hush puppy patties with a little bit of side of slaw that you've made, homemade slaw, and a nice glass of wine to go with it as your appetizer. Maybe not for Seder, but for some of the Yontif or Shabbos meals. Right?
Yeah.
Sounds good, right? We love that.
I'm just trying to get your attention because I do now have the list of
Oh, fantastic.
restaurants, if
Okay,
you're
that's what you
interested.
were holding up. Yes, I want to hear it. Let's go, Jay.
real
Let's hear
quick.
it.
Abelus and Hyman, Basil, Carlos and Gabby, Chagai Bistro, ETC, Gemstone, Glad a la carte, Got Cholent. I love that stuff. Grow and Behold, Le Marais, Pitopia, Pomegranate, Prime Hospitality Group. Those are all the,
The prime restaurants.
Sabra Hummus and Silverleaf and Tea Fusion. What a delicious restaurant that is. Tokyo Sushi, Weiss Brothers, Wolf and Lamb, Wandering Q. I never heard of that. Cake
Wandering
and Company.
Q is Gemstone, Ari White.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
The best. Shout out to you.
Cake and Company, a division of Butterflake, which is the Parv,
Yeah,
old Parv.
out there in New Jersey.
Coffee Bean, great people,
Yeah.
great thing. And it's interesting they have kosher and non-kosher, and obviously the kosher is going to be there. Finch by Annie Rashi Desserts. Guilty Pleasures, Mr. Penguin, and Susan Says, and Say It With a Cake. And I have to tell you that there may be a bunch more, so I apologize if I didn't get you all. But could you imagine tasting all of those
All that
and
food.
more,
Plus all that wine.
plus all that wine? It's just
For me,
amazing.
$125. Do you know,
I think we're going to raise the price next year.
really? People will kill you.
I know.
People go, it's so expensive wine. Look, there's coupons. There's tons of coupons. But what I think is, people say to me, oh, I heard you went to Kosher Food and Wine Show. I saw you on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram that, I posted whatever kosher food celebrity I see, I take a picture with. And then people go, I really wanted to go. I'm like, the minute I get the email that tickets are available, I send out emails to a bunch of friends saying, buy them now.
Right.
So, they chop them in
And we are
pretty
sold
quickly.
out, and hope to see you there.
Yeah,
got
I'll
tickets,
definitely be
yeah.
there.
Well, you will.
I hope
Hopefully
my
you will.
listeners will be there to enjoy and partake and learn and grow. And I think that's the reason, if I'm not mistaken, why you started this.
Right.
Is to educate people about wine.
It cost $125, and there were some discounts, and everybody, they count, the 2,000 or so people coming, and they think, gosh, we are making a fortune. You know that we lose money on it every year.
Yeah.
Every year we lose money on it. We get participation from our wineries. We get participation from our restaurants. We get, we get and we get the money from all the people coming. We still lose money every year. Hopefully this year we'll lose a little less, but
Right.
And the reason is because we think it's so important for consumers to be able to taste this array of wines.
Right.
And it really does enhance the experience.
It opened the door to so many wines for me. Like years ago, I remember the Murad winery,
Right.
that passion fruit wine, which is not technically wine because
It's wine.
It's
It's not
shahakol,
Borei Pri
right?
Hagafen,
Right.
but
It's not
it's-
Borei Pri Hagafen. It's.
Right.
I thought that was brilliant. Like just so many different wineries, so many different restaurateurs, and you just come together for a really great evening. It's like the cocktail party of the kosher world,
Yeah.
How was the one in Miami?
Oh my gosh, it was the first time.
Right.
So there were little bumps and rough edges, but what an amazing success. I mean, for the first time we had over 500 people, almost 550, 560.
Okay, not bad.
And we ran out of glasses, and that's one of the things that one of the bumps in the road.
Okay.
That we didn't tell people enough; they have to hold on to their glasses, et cetera, et cetera. But it was a great, and there was also about 20 different food vendors of various kinds, restaurants and caterers and the like. It was just a wonderful experience.
It's nice that this is opening up to the rest of America.
Yeah, so now we have one in Miami, one in California, and one in New York. And I'd like to see it in the Midwest again, at some point. And,
Have they ever had one there?
Not yet.
Not in Chicago.
And you know what? Right before this one, yesterday, there was a kosher food and wine experience that happened in Europe.
Oh, really?
That's right.
Why weren't you there?
Because I'm here with Yov and Asaf. That's all. Someone's got to take care of
dining
these
the
guys.
Israeli teams.
Between me and Josh, I mean, we've got to take care of them.
Oh, you're whining and dining. I'm always available to help wine
I
and
hear
dine,
you.
right? Okay, wonderful. This has been like such an exciting show. Do you want to share anything else with us?
Yes, I have a mission to the people that listen to us.
Okay, great. We're
First of all, remember the name Bazelet Hagolan.
Bazelet Hagolan.
Yeah, and secondly, when you are preparing the list for shopping to your husbands, write exactly. Bring me at least one bottle of this gorgeous wine. And if you are going to make a shopping by yourselves, ask for our wine. And if you are going to a kosher restaurant, I'm sorry, our wine is not mevushal. But if some of you are going to a not kosher restaurant, ask the restaurant to had our wine. If few of you will ask the restaurant to buy our wine, they will buy it from Royal. They will call Royal and they will ask to have the Israeli wine in their list. And I think that the main mission that I had in this program is to convince you to buy made in Israel.
Yeah.
And thank you very much. Shabbat Shalom.
Okay, thank you very much. It's been absolutely fantastic hearing from you and bringing the whole team down, of course. Jay and Seth. Seth, let's finish talking about. Did we cover all our salamis?
I think we've covered the spectrum of salamis. I brought some other products along that I was going to hand out later.
Oh, excellent.
Some hot dogs, I think, in the boxes.
Okay, great.
Different
Giveaways for the team.
Giveaways for the team.
Okay,
But,
wow.
we're very excited. We're excited about participating at the
Kosher Food and Wine Show. I'm going to come hang out with you at the press box.
We're excited about handing out the recipes for Pesach. And, one thing that we're trying to do at Abels and Hyman is get more involved with the consumer. We have a Facebook page.
Yeah.
We are running a contest,
yeah.
and on that Facebook page, for every 1,000 or so likes, we give away an assorted box of provisions. And it's a great way to communicate with people and find out what they're looking for and what they want and what they like. And I just want to remind your listeners and now your viewers
Right.
that if they could take a moment and go on Facebook and like the Abels and Hyman page, I'd appreciate it.
You
And
too could be a winner.
you could be a winner because you're automatically entered when you like us, and hopefully you'll be getting a package in the mail from us.
Yeah, it's such a clever idea that you did.
Yeah.
I actually did a Pesach. I'm trying to do a Pesach giveaway. People should like my Aussie Gourmet fan page. And then they can win a mystery Pesach package. So you can do that too. So, yeah, it's been a great show. Really intense, right? A lot of people in the room. So thank you so much for coming, everybody. I know it's always a crazy day. And I know Jay's so busy with Kosher Food and Wine Show. And Erev Shabbos coming out from New Jersey, so I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We look forward to next week. I just want to thank everybody for listening. And next week, we're going to be having Shifra Klein. She's got a special announcement for our listeners, so make sure you tune in. And Mara Strom, all the way from Kansas City, who runs the amazing blog Kosher on a Budget. She will be talking to us about, how to be kosher without overextending yourself financially, because I find that's a challenge for everybody, especially with Pesach coming up. I just want to wish everybody a Shabbat Shalom. Our show is sponsored by our friends. You're right here in the studio. Abels and Hyman Meats. We taste better. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Stay listening. We have music right up until Lech Benching, sponsored by our friends at Kedem. I've got everybody in the house today. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbos.
Shabbat Shalom.